as we know, and as the captain of the Titanic learned that fateful evening about 110 years ago, most of the iceberg is actually below the surface of the water. Now, your symptoms, just like the part that we can see of the iceberg above the water, merely indicate that there's a problem going on below the surface. And it turns out it's the part that we cannot see which is the most dangerous. Now, the C1 subluxation creates body imbalance. This is both good and bad. It's good in that it dissipates, it spreads out the tension that would otherwise build and build and build in the top of the neck at the level of the brainstem. It spreads this throughout the body, which manifests in oftentimes unlevel shoulders, unlevel hips, one leg is shorter, one leg's longer. There's a twisting of the body framework. The muscles get a lot tighter, usually on one side. And if that continues, it's a progressive and degenerative situation, and this leads to a breakdown in the hardware throughout the skeletal system, especially the spine. And this hardware breakdown leads to another problem, that being the software problem, the lack of normal nerve transmission now from brain to body, and this creates poor health and function throughout the rest of the body, creating a situation of dis-ease. Maybe not necessarily disease, but certainly dis-ease. And I gotta tell you, any type of dis-ease in the body, whether it's chemical, mental, emotional, that's not solved, is the beginning of disease. So keep that in mind. Now, just like the sea, the water levels can go up and down. In fact, my family was at the La Jolla tide pools last weekend, and it was beautiful. And sometimes the little pools are filled up, sometimes there's nothing in them, and sometimes they're about half filled, such as the case at the time of day that we went. But the thing to remember is that aches and pains can come and go. It's part of the human experience. But our focus is always what's going on below the surface, and that's why we recommend keeping a standing appointment here so that you can get the most out of your care.